Welcome. This is Bitcoin Day Trading, the best Elliott wave analysis, episode number 56. So today, as always, we're going to take a look at the charts. But first, let me tell you that this is the intervention for the week, because right now I'm scalping, what I call scalping. And scalping takes a lot of time, because I have to watch the charts all the time while I'm scalping. And most of the time I'm exiting my position during the night and taking a new position in the morning. Sometimes I leave it open, but sometimes I will also exit it when I think the move is over. So it takes a lot of time because it's very precise. There's a moment in time when I have to enter a position, and I have to put my stop loss very close to the price. Then I have to see if I get stop out or if the position moves into my favor. And then I have to start adjusting my stop loss so that I can't lose money and keep making money until I think the move is over, and then I have to exit. But it makes me have to look at the chart during the entire day. So I could spend 12 hours a day or more watching the charts. Now, the good news is that I can do it while I'm reading a book. So I have the chart in the background on my desktop screen, and in front of my desktop screen, I'm using a laptop. And with the laptop, I can read books. I can about TA or write my third philosophic book and read philosophic books. So I can do that and only glance at the chart from time to time and make the necessary adjustments to my position. And I've done it over 10 trades, and the results were very satisfying. So it went very well. There is just 10 trades, and I have to see what the next 10 trades will be as a result. But since it went very well over the first 10 trades, I've increased my position size. And the risk I take in the market, I've increased it by 50%. And if the next 10 trades, I'm satisfied with it, then my objective is increasing it again, my position size 50%. So I'm working myself up, and I see how much I can manage and how well I will be doing, or how badly I'm doing if I lose some money. That being said, I'm not making it too long today because there's no point in spending too much time on YouTube. As you might know, I'm not interested in being popular. I think it's risky being popular, because if too much people look at you, there's a lot of hatred that starts, a lot of people who start not just trolling, but saying the opposite of what is true. And I have no time to waste with those kind of people, or I don't want to be in a position where I have to defend myself or explain myself. I mean, I know what I'm doing, I know what it's worth, and either you get it and you watch my videos and you are grateful for it, or there's no point in watching them. And anyways, I mean, the thing is, it's just YouTube is a side thing. There's no point for me in being popular. At least that's how I see it. And there's one guy, I don't know his name, and I never watch his video because I can't stand him. I don't think it's interesting what he does, and he doesn't know 1% of what I know about the markets. But he made a lot of money recently. He made 50 millions, and he doesn't know 1% of what he said. I never heard anything interesting coming from him, but he made 50 millions in the market. Well done, nice for him. He bought all the retarded stuff like Shiba Inu and so on, and Dogecoin, and he did very well, very well. I mean, great, but the thing is, it might be easy for him to make 50 million, but I can guarantee him that it's just as easy, even easier to lose 50 millions. So let's see how he does in 5 or 10 years. Let's see. And what I don't get is if he's that successful, why he's making up 3, 4, 5 videos a day and more. I don't understand what's the point in doing that kind. It's the guy who changes his hair color all the time. So one day he has green hair, the next day he has yellow hair, and the day afterwards he has red hair. So he's changing his look all the time because it's good. It will promote his videos. So he's actually transforming himself into a clone just to get some views. And I don't get it. I don't get it, especially not if you're successful outside of YouTube. If you make money in the market, what's the point in wasting your time on YouTube? And then you tell me, why do you do it in that case? Well, I'm doing it because I like the market. And I think that if I can be precise in explaining the market, that exercise will make of me a better trader. And also I have a couple of clients who are also traders and very intelligent people, and they look very close at my charts. And if I do the slightest mistake, they will point it out. So it gives me a feedback. And as an artist who likes talking about painting, I'm a trader, and I like talking about trading and explaining stuff related to trading, if it is Elliott wave or market psychology and so on. I like talking about trading because that's what I do, just as somebody else who likes cars will like talking about cars. But I do it with moderation. So I think that one is enough. And I'm happy if I have a couple of clients with who I get along well, and everybody's happy. I think everybody gains something out of it. But you know, I won't force myself making 5 or 10 videos a day. And I don't know why people want to be that popular. I think it's dangerous to being too popular, and I'm not looking forward to being it. So I think if I make only 1 video a day and I only talk about Elliott wave, nobody cares about it, and I will never get popular, and that will be just fine with me. That's perfect with me. That's exactly what I'm looking for. I already have more than enough clients, so I don't private clients, so I don't need any more. So for me, the situation is fine. And doing 1 video a day and only talking about Elliott wave, which is something extremely technical, will make sure that nobody cares, nobody listens to me, and that I will never be popular. I think that's very prudent, and that's the way that I should go. Now, that being said, the long, interesting and rambling, I think it's time to look at my disclaimer and then at the charts. So here's my disclaimer. Please read it so that you are aware that there are risks involved in trading. And here's my risk warning. Take a look at it also. The link is in the description. And if you are interested in my services, I provide live Elliott wave updates, and I quite enjoy making them because in the morning when I make an update, it makes sure that I take a deep look at the charts, and then during the day I will trade according to my update. So for me, it's an exercise that is useful for doing it, and I don't mind sharing it with my private clients. It is 20 USD a month. You get at least 1 to 3 updates a day. Most of the time, it is more than that. I will tell you how much it was because I will tell you how much updates I did since I started. If you're interested, you just contact me on my free Telegram group and tell me that you're interested, and then I will provide you the instruction on how to become a member. And now I'm going to tell you how much I will tell you how much charts I did publish since I started. Let me just take a look so I can tell you. So I'm opening the folder because I kept the screenshots. So I did make 228 updates, and I started on the 17th of October. So 2 months ago, a little less than 2 months ago. And in 2 months ago, my private client did receive 228 updates. So you can figure out how much it was, but I think it was around 5 a day. That's what my client, private clients received. They get a screenshot and an explanation of what is happening right now in the markets on Telegram. So if you subscribe, you can look at it once a day, or if you need more, a couple of times a day, but you're always aware of the last move in the market. So I find that's a great service. And if Elliott Wave or interests you, or you need it as an indicator for trading, then I would highly recommend it. And now we are going to take a look at the chart. So I'm starting with the 3-hour chart. Here was the, so we dropped out of the triangle. And now we should be starting an impulse up. So here was the triangle, A, B, C, D, E. In wave 4, which is usual, that's the right place for a triangle. And after it dropped and finished wave 5 of C, we now start subdividing higher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the target of wave 3, here's the bottom of wave 2, here's the top of wave 3. The target, the most likely target is when wave 3 equals 1.618 times wave 1. Here's wave 1. So that's the most likely target. There's a target below that. It's when wave 3 equals wave 1. But that's less likely. And so the most likely target is 61,260. That's the most likely target. And that being said, the correction, if I can zoom out and show you, the correction from here the top, wave 1, to here the bottom, wave 5, was quite steep because we retraced more than 0.786 of wave 1. So that's a very steep correction. There's only 50% chance that you go that low. And I'm quite surprised that we went that low. And so the bullish count will be over if we go below the bottom of wave C here, which was at 59,573.21. So if you go below that, then the bullish count is over. And so I'm pointing out that this was an extremely deep correction. And I'm not going to show you because I only show the weekly chart to my private clients. But on the weekly chart, Fisher did give a sell signal. Right now, you see a sell signal on the weekly chart. And every time we did get that sell signal, BTC price dropped in the past. There are 2 exceptions to it, but every other time you did get a Fisher sell signal. So Fisher is the indicator that I have here with the triangles, and it's bearish when it's the pink color, and it's bullish when it's the green color. So now it's bearish on the weekly. And as I told you, every time when it went bearish, BTC dropped, sometimes a lot. So that's, but 2 times since since the start on Bitstamp, there were only 2 exceptions to that rule. And now I think it's a third exception, but it's not a good sign because it's a very steep correction. We went extremely low since we retraced more than 0.786 of wave 1. And there are only 50% chance that happens. So this is quite surprising. I didn't expect a correction to be that severe. And that's on the 3-hour chart. Now we're going to take a look at the 30-minute chart, and I can tell you the same thing over the situation that we are looking at on the 3-hour chart. Let me just zoom out a little, and then I'm going to take a look at the 30-minute chart. So now I'm switching to the 30-minute chart, and I'm going to take a look at I will take a look at this price action with you on the 30-minute chart. So on the 30-minute chart, we have a wave 1 top here and a wave 2 bottom here. And now we're subdividing higher, wave 1 and wave 2. And as you can see, again, on this chart, we had a wave 1 top here. And the same unusual thing that then that happened on wave on the 3-hour chart happened also on the 30-minute chart. Since we now retraced here also 0.786, so 78% retraced of wave 1. And there's only, statistically speaking, there's only a 50% chance that happens, that you retrace that low. So that's alarming. It's quite concerning, because and that count is over. This bullish count is over if we drop below 74,111. Then I have to relabel my count. I cannot tell you right now with which count I will go, but it is bad news for the bullish case. And I don't want to make a prediction that might not be true right now. I'll do it in time once I have changed the labeling and once I have made up my mind. But if that level holds, the bull market is not that certain anymore. That's at least what I can say. Maybe I will change my position on my outlook. I can't tell you now because I haven't done the labeling if we keep dropping and go below that level. But if that level breaks, it is bad news. So I hope that it won't, because I don't think the bull market is over. My position is still bullish, but if it does, it is bad news. Let's just say that. If there's a 70% chance that it retraces to the 61.8 level of wave 1, and if that level would have held for the correction, then I wouldn't be that concerned. But now that we dropped that low, it's starting to be concerning, because if we drop a little lower and take the 74.11 out, then I don't know what I will do with the labeling, but it will look badly. Let me see how much we have to drop to change the outlook from probably bullish to bearish. We have to drop only 3.64%. So that's not a lot to drop. And if that happens, my outlook will change. And I find it quite quite concerning that on the 3-hour chart, we went that low. I'm not going to zoom out to show you again. And that we did the same thing on the 30-minute chart. That twice we dropped that much. 78%. That's a little concerning. So I hope that my outlook is right and that we are starting the wave 3 up from here. If I'm wrong and we go lower, then everything has to be relabeled and I have to think deeply about our situation and the bullish outlook and what I can do with it. And if we drop lower and Elliott wave turns bearish, then it would tell us that the Fisher indicator on the weekly chart is a correct warning sign, because the Fisher already tells you that lower prices are coming. And now if my Elliott wave gets broken, if market structure, if the Elliott count structure gets breaks away, then I don't know how. Right now I haven't made up my mind, so I can tell you what my labeling will be, but my outlook could change drastically. Now, that being said, the best thing to do if you're interested in the market and the outlook, if the bull market will keep advancing and everything goes according to plan, or if I change my labeling, the best thing for you to do, of course, would be to subscribe to my daily updates on Telegram, my private channel. Then you will be informed as soon as I made up my mind. And that being said, even if you don't want to become a member of my private channel, I still recommend that you just join in the free Telegram group to have a second way of communicating with me. You never know when it will be useful. And lastly, and last, I think last is better. And last, subscribe, hit the bell for notification, and why not leave me a comment on YouTube. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week for the intervention of next week. Have a nice weekend. Bye-bye.